and welcome back to the Rocket League Summit. We are at the grand finals. It is finally time. We are here. NRG going up against Frontline. NRG breezing through the tournament, and Frontline's going to get another crack at them.
It's going to be tough. I mean, we were talking about who Frontline would want to face, or rather, who NRG would want to face earlier, and they were basically saying anybody but Cloud9, so they've got to be feeling pretty happy about the Frontline rematch.
Yeah, they got their wish. They got their wish, and you know, NRG looking at them, Turbo in this tournament has kind of been providing that extra little bit of magic for him, really. You watch him scoring those overtime goals, working with Justin.
It's all the pressure game for Turbo. I feel like he adds so much calm, atmosphere and vibes to the entire NRG roster. He just calms them down.
Yeah, and we Frontline that last series, they really didn't do much. So the only way's up for Frontline, really. Yeah. So that's a positive for those guys coming into this, obviously, rematch and the bracket reset if they do win.
And that's one really important thing to point out is that if Frontline takes down NRG in this first series, they've got to roll it back and do it again. You know, this is double elimination. That's one of the benefits for NRG getting in through the upper bracket is they have to lose twice. And seeing how good they've been, I mean, they've dropped one game up to this point today. They've just been looking unstoppable, but Frontline got a lot of momentum plowing through, that Dignitas team that took down Cloud9.
Yeah, Chaussette scoring all but one goal, I've been told, and Farah got the one other goal.
The Airbus. So, SCJ would
I tuned into the NRG room actually with Garrett, and I said, how you feeling? He said, we need to win now. I want to play Mafia. He said, I don't want the bracket reset.
So what they're going to try and do is they're going to try and win 4-0, 1-0 every game, and not only that, score on 0 seconds every game, so you don't even have to watch another kickoff animation.
There you go.
Fastest possible.
That is the fastest.
I mean, it's possible. You got Turbo.
Beaters.
You tell Turbo it's clutch. Everything should just be considered overtime for Turbo because they are so clutch every time the pressure's on.
Absolutely, but, it's not going to be easy for them, especially psychologically, because Justin, he's never won a major. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey,
what's up?
And Garrett,
get out of here!
Teams behind us. Garrett doesn't have it won together.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's been a long time for Garrett too. X Games the last time. Turbo, he has some experience.
Turbo is absolutely relaxed right now. I think
Can we get some inside Turbo?
I saw him belly flop a lot in the other room. The lot's just trying to sleep on a beanbag, and Turbo just.
I also heard Turbo say, "I don't want to play right now." So.
Whoa! What was that? That was worse than my Farah impression. Hang on a minute.
Hey, I don't have a good Turbo impression.
All I can say is Turbo's like chilling, but we had a little bit of a sneak peek there, something that we're gonna look at now, and that is some posters.
Oh, let's see them.
So we haven't
I'm
seen
ready
already. So they're pretty good.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, what? This is us.
Who is that stud on the bottom left? Who is that stud down there?
Nobody. You can't see his face. I think that's a good thing.
I'm in complete costume right there.
I'm the one who looks like I'm playing an FPS.
I said this the other day. You look like a really bad mall cop, James. Like somebody.
But look at Corelli. Corelli looks like he's about to suplex somebody from the.
And look at Johnny Boy. Oh wait, he's not there. He missed the photo shoot.
Yeah. So what happened?
Where is Johnny?
Is I was just hanging out, didn't hear the casters getting called over for their photo shoot, and these guys didn't even notice I wasn't there.
Because they're like look at our faces. They're covered in stuff. How we can't even see.
Clearly, we didn't miss you for that photo. That is beautiful.
Yeah, I think we forgot everybody here. We're ready.
I mean,
they didn't even notice.
Look at Strangest Stranger even made it in over there. On the outside.
I think he stole your spot.
And then also, I think the 200 IQ play was covering up Leaf completely, so you can't even tell who he is.
There you go.
Oh man,
you could just see his hair.
We'll just say that's Johnny Boy.
Yeah, that's Johnny Boy or Leaf.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, is that Corelli on the left?
Yeah, Corelli is looking.
Look at the size of that man's arms.
He looks like a WWE wrestler.
I think he edited that photo because his arms are not that big.
No, definitely. He definitely went in with what is it? The what's the tool? Like the teardrop tool or some crap?
Oh, the liquid.
He's just stretching his arms.
Just secretly in the back, expands it all the way.
But we took that photo and then afterwards we're thinking, hang on a minute. I walk over and Johnny's sitting on the couch. Like, we don't have Johnny. So we thought maybe we could Photoshop him in just really badly
because
on the side or something.
That would have been the play.
Just put the nose in. Just hovering.
I can't believe this.
That's a mountain in the background.
There you go.
I can't believe this.
The backdrop.
In the distance.
Johnny schnoz.
Maybe it was in there. We didn't even
Yeah,
know.
no, it could be.
Such a good Madden.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity, though. Maybe what we can do, though, is we can ask them to do that now. Like, we still have everything here
Yeah, we do.
to get that.
So
So
can we get a close-up right now of Johnny, just so he knows?
I think
and
that's
then we
too
can get
much
the
to
editors.
ask. They have a
That's too much to
profile
ask.
shot.
Yeah.
Get the editors to just crop that, make him
Yeah, make it a mountain. Easy
It
peasy.
looks bigger from this side, actually.
Yeah,
So
but-
that's the one you want.
But there, and then,
Oh.
Renault
Wow.
Vitality.
Dude, these are all so
Is
nice.
that
That is
Scrub
Scrub
Killer? Just-
Killer.
It is.
What's
at
on
the
his
front.
face? What is, I can't
Is
even.
that duct tape?
Wait.
It looks like. And then Fairy Peak's got like anteater nose.
I tell you what, that is a sick wallpaper.
It really
Look
is.
at
That
this.
is cool.
Yeah.
Look at the backdrop. Everything works so well with the lighting and
Man.
unbelievable.
Good.
Yeah. So what else do we have?
I feel like
mean,
K-Dop, he does this pose in every photo anyway.
Yeah,
this
he
is
like
Eastward
flex. Always
pose.
got to
He
show
loves
the
it.
workout
Flex.
routine.
The bicep genetics.
Maybe he went in with the little liquid tool as well, you know?
No, that's all natural.
Oh, so you're throwing Corelli under the bus?
Well, I mean, you can see every time K-Dop's on screen. With Corelli, it's you see it and you can tell it's CGI.
Yeah, there you go.
I was about to say, believe it or not, we didn't go to a desert to take that photo. That is a green screen.
That green screen's nice, too.
That's
It is nice.
impressive.
CJ, thank you for letting everyone know the obvious. Appreciate it. They
Just
don't
in case. You never know. You never
CJ
know.
comes from a land where all there is desert. That's why he points
My
it
home.
out. Yeah. Oh man, but NRG and Frontline, this is going to be a fun one, I think, because Frontline coming off that sweep, NRG has been dominant all day.
They've had a big pause, though. This is
Yeah,
a big
it's-
gap period before they can play.
But like I was saying before we got interrupted by the posters, was that I think psychologically this is going to be, even though it's a laid-back environment, everything's cool, this is still a major in Rocket League, and Garrett G's been in a drought. Justin hasn't won one, and there's all the expectations on
Yeah.
Turbo, whereas Frontline, they are happy to be here in this final. They just won the last DreamHack. This would be a cherry on top. So they're going to be playing in a completely different mindset. I think there's still a lot of pressure on NRG.
Oh, NRG want to win, and they need to win. They have 2 chances here to close out this tournament. They need to win the international. Garrett needs to win this land. Justin needs to win this land. And is Turbo the right man?
Yeah.
We'll find out, I
mean,
guess.
we heard in the interview with Squishy saying that the environment and the atmosphere up there in those rooms and those playing areas is completely different. And Justin, Squishy said, is known to be more of just in his own category online. So being able to calm down and be, not surrounded by all the pressure, physically, no crowds, no nothing. He's just there with his team. That could be the reason why this NRG play is so elevated.
Yeah, and NRG, like we saw with Cloud9 even earlier, like that was the team NRG said they were afraid to play. They got top 4, but they didn't seem like they were gelling that much. Dignitas ends up taking them out, and then Frontline, a team that NRG beat pretty handily, was able to now make it back. It seems like NRG is playing a step above everyone else in this tournament.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But this is where we'll see if NRG has turned the page. We've seen them get to this stage many times before.
The 2 chances, that's the key for them this time. They have 2 shots to beat
excuses.
Frontline. I mean, they have been in this position. Well, at least Garrett and Justin have been in this position before with Turbo Pulsar on the other side of the field, and they didn't pull it out of the bag. They almost did. It was about as close as it could have been.
Yeah.
But this, I think they're even in a stronger position.
Yeah.
With Turbo's experience on their team, and with Frontline having to go through such a long day. But before we get into that, we do have 2 more posters for you guys.
Oh my gosh, Speed looks like a movie villain.
He looks
This
like
is
a
the one
woman.
people have been waiting for. Look at that in Cux's hand.
It's a
Why-
little tiny
That is a-
soccer ball
that
grenade.
is
A lot
ball.
has that stance like he just rang the doorbell and he's here to fix your plumbing. like you open the door. And that's
Do you
it.
not think of that chain that's around Cux's neck? It looks like it's big enough to go around his entire head. He could just pull that thing off.
Yeah.
No, he
You want
certainly
to.
can.
I think Speed's going for a Joker sort of vibe, but I'm not
Yeah.
intimidated at all by that.
Well, to me, it looks like he's a center and he's about to hike a football.
Yeah.
A lot looks like he's listening to an audible. Getting ready to-
What?
it's a football thing, Turtle.
Is a lot holding on to Cooks like
He is, yeah.
Oh,
He's got
yeah.
a leash chain.
That's a bit.
Did you guys not know it? He's got him on a leash.
Whoa.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe we'll see another version where he's unleashed, but right now,
That's
Cuxer
hilarious.
is firmly leashed.
And then here we have Frontline.
Oh, that's
an
a different
eerie
kind of
atmosphere,
vibe.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Fruity actually looks like he is a monster.
Yeah.
From,
Literally.
Yeah, we saw this one before. I'm wondering if they got run. Are they getting run over, or are they getting
Honestly-
driven away?
honestly-
from it? Are they getting left in the desert by
Look-
themselves?
well, look at
Right now.
Chaussette. He's in the middle right there. He's just got a lot of hair.
He just looks like he's really cold.
He didn't want anything to do with makeup. He's like, get that away from me. Rudy wanted all of it, apparently. He's like, oh, I like this eyeliner. You got any more of that?
Yeah.
He's a stone cold killer right now.
I love it. I love it.
What I really like about all these is the different vibes, different moods.
Yeah.
that
I
they're
like
able to create.
the Rogue
And then
having
the
one.
energy, yeah.
So we have our other finalists here. We saw this one earlier, but it's brilliant. Just a totally different look. This almost looks like a kind of urban kind of environment.
Well, yeah, it looks like this would be a
Urban
guy
Central.
who just runs out on the field after a goal and throws a soccer ball at the camera.
Yeah.
Garrett G.
Or in Turbo's case, crowbar, whatever that is.
He's got a
that.
walking stick there. It's
Yeah.
actually, he uses that in real life.
Yeah.
He just brought it on for the photo.
Turbo's the guy who pulls the lever when a goal is scored on Wasteland.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what it seems like.
That doesn't
How
look
does your
too far.
mind go there, James?
Yeah.
You're a clever man. You know?
Yeah, that's why I'll get killed in Mafia.
You just talk too much, James.
We do
I
have
know, I
that
need
coming
to
up later, but for now it's NRG versus Frontline. One massive shout out, of course, to MSI for providing the setups for these guys to play on
And-
all weekend long.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely killer.
And one big point is 240 hertz. I still remember back when we first started playing and 144 hertz monitors came out, everyone was switching because
Yeah.
they would play on it and be
And I
like,
was
holy
one of
cow,
them,
the game just seems like butter.
It's
And
so smooth.
I still haven't even tried 240 yet.
I haven't either.
So,
No.
But I'm scared too because once I know,
I know.
I know that I'm gonna have to switch because it's gonna be that much of a big difference.
Or you'll start playing again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'll be like, I'm so good at
Maybe
this
you'll
game.
be that
I'm coming
good.
back.
But make sure if you do get one of these monitors, you actually turn it up to 240 hertz.
Yeah.
Not just
Man.
leave it on 60 hertz. That is important.
who has done that before?
Everyone.
Several people, yeah.
I mean, I remember, people in RLCS playing on those monitors, they don't remember to do it. Play on 60.
Oh yeah.
Happened before.
There's
Nowhere.
actually some players who have preferred, like Matt in previous
Oh,
seasons,
yeah.
has preferred to play
Preferred
on 60.
Yeah, Siki was also one of those players that preferred to play
I
on
just
60.
don't understand that.
No.
Me
Not
either.
at all. Can never go back.
Well,
Makes no sense.
Sizz back in the day made his rise playing on a laptop. He was
Alpha played on laptop until, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Alpha 54.
Yeah.
From
So
TSM
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this question. I actually don't either, but when was the last time we had two majors in a row with the same two teams in the grand final both
Oh,
times?
gosh.
Apart from Dignitas Energy at Gnarly 2
Oh,
and
that's a good
Season
point.
5, because that was something I was talking about off camera before we came on. But was there another one with
I
two
don't-
of the
I don't
same
think
teams in
so.
a row?
Ages
At
ago.
majors consecutively. It really is interesting to see these two teams
Making
I
it
would say
back,
just show, okay, Frontline, we might actually be the best team in Europe right now. And NRG, are they the best team in North America?
We're just
Is it
seeing a
4-0
rematch
Cloud9?
right now.
Yeah, and this
from
is
Valencia.
really
Yeah.
it's a rematch except for Turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo's now
Yeah.
here instead of Fireburner. So that's the only difference.
And we get to see how much of a difference that will actually make. It could be huge. And I talked to Garrett as well. Same kind of vibe and atmosphere. At Valencia, they were just there to have fun. I talked to him right now. I'm like, are you nervous? How you feeling? He said, you know what, I'm just going with the flow. I'm excited to play, and I just want to get these games going.
Yeah. They look very comfortable. I mean, they've kind of for the Frontline guys, they're happy with where they are right now. They've come out on top of all the other European teams, made that run through lowers. They've got second place after winning the previous LAN, so they're delighted with how they've done. Anything else is a bonus. They're gonna be chilling. And NRG, I mean, Turbo looks relaxed. Garrett and G, they look very accepting
Here we go,
of the
baby.
situation. But of
Grand
course,
finals.
these guys are all so competitive. They want that win.
And this is it. NRG can end it now, but if Frontline takes this best of 7, we will have a bracket reset.
Do you guys think that's going to happen? Yeah,
I think it's
do you
very
think there'll be a
possible.
bracket reset.
Very possible. I think that, it's a demon that NRG has to overcome. And very early.
Oh, man. Well,
But, NRG, they have to get this monkey off their back. They've been second place multiple times. It's going to be difficult to overcome that,
Yeah.
but if there's a time to do it, it's now because the chips, they're stacked in their favor.
I think Turbo is going to be a huge difference just for that mental aspect because, Garrett and Justin, if they're playing with Fireburner, they're thinking like, man, we've come second so many times. We've had similar results. And just that new teammate of Turbo and just the whole new vibe that he brings that creates a just different atmosphere and team can lighten that curse and make you feel like completely different.
well, we've got someone here who might be able to tell us exactly about the changes that Turbo's going to bring to that team. And that is a lot. Thank you for joining us a lot on the casting couch. So what is Turbo going to bring to this team?
I mean, you just saw stupid,
That was crazy.
stupid things that only Turbo can do.
And the quick chat coming out as well from Fruity. Nice shots spammed. It's beautiful.
But a lot. Do you notice anything different? Not on the field, but off the field, with how NRG are conducting themselves now that they have Turbo here.
Yeah. You can tell that Justin is way more like relaxed.
Yeah.
Way more relaxed.
What a goal, by the way.
Oh, Garrett G.
Wow. Just that says that he's got it.
And
Why is that even? Did he type that? Why is that even in all chat? That wasn't team chat.
myself and a lot. We watched this last series. We casted it on the couch. With Frontline, they lost 1-4 a lot.
Oh,
but
no.
we didn't really see much as a nice little save. We didn't really see much from them though, did we? We didn't see Fruity with the demo plays. We didn't see Chaussette solo plays. So is that a positive for Frontline? If they can bring that, the only way's up pretty much from that last series.
I mean, that's literally their playstyle. If they can't play their playstyle, they're not the same team.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, no way. Well, Garrett's definitely playing pretty well right now. One training pack move, and now a solo play on the ground.
And the flip right there as well.
Man. He's like mind gamed everybody into stopping because they don't think he's going to get a good touch, and then all of a sudden it fires over them.
That is the look of a man that wants to play Mafia right now.
Garrett is really eager, in fact. Yesterday we had to persuade him to play, and then he was so keen for another game after.
The best vigilante ever as well.
Oh, man, what a player. He's striking just as accurately right now as well. Just set, making another goal line save. Talk a bit about Frontline a lot. What is it that makes them difficult to beat? Because they do have a pretty good record against you, at least from what I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, like, Fair is the person who most like people say that Fruity goes for the demos most, but it is definitely Fair. Like Fair, literally, I was saying this before as well. Cooks and Speed could be on attack while Fruity and Chaussette are just trying to defend, and then Fair is just we're back. I'm gonna get all their moves, and I'm gonna try to bump everyone, and then like I'm rotating. I'm gonna rotate back to offense, and then I just get demoed from behind, and then see Fair, and we get scored on. So
So it's just like very unpredictable.
Yeah.
And Frontline to me seems very set in stone with each individual player having their own role. Do you think that helps them not to step on each other's toes on the field?
I mean, I don't know. Like, wait. Did you say Fair or Chaussette here?
All of them.
Their role,
because
they play
Chaussette has
roles.
they all have specific roles.
Yeah. They definitely do. I mean, both Fruity and Fair are just trying to let Chaussette do everything, and what happens when Chaussette is on fire.
In the previous series, 4-0 against Dignitas, Chaussette scored all but one of the goals.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So if NRG win here a lot, how many IKEAs can Turbo buy?
I mean, considering there was only like
40.
No,
20.
There's
40 in France. There's more
35 or something. Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
But it depends on the size of the IKEA, surely. It's one of these like huge, like multi-story IKEAs. That's going to cost quite a lot.
Yeah, it's going to
cost a lot.
Are there any like IKEA corner shops or anything like that you could get for cheaper?
That is
what would they sell at a corner shop?
Maybe you could flat pack an IKEA store.
You just unpack it when you get home. No massive lot of land.
That's not a thing it should be.
200 IQ, isn't it? Johnny again in 2030.
This is incredible.
3-0 NRG in game one. They only need the one series win here. They have 2 chances to get it, and it's looking fantastic from the get-go.
Especially Garrett, the explosive play, 2 back-to-back goals. We saw the double touch, and then also the mind game, almost like he just stopped and caught the ball with a perfect flick.
Yeah, everybody talks about Justin on this team. Even Garrett just talks about Justin and his mechanics and his offensive prowess. But Garrett himself, I mean, the only reason he doesn't talk about himself is he's so humble, but he is unbelievable in offense.
Yeah,
stuff that he can do.
Me and Cooks were actually playing threes with so basically this entire LAN, I'm taking everything away from the people who are winning because I'm just saying I made them win this LAN here.
There you go.
So right now me and Cooks, before this me and Cooks played threes with Garrett, and Garrett was popping off like it was insane. He was hitting double touches like.
So you trained him basically.
Yes.
You're taking credit.
Yeah.
Were you training weights?
Yeah.
Or
I just told him go for the ball, and he just hit slingers after slingers.
What about slaughters? Are you gonna? Can we hear another slaughters?
No?
No.
He's very particular about the slaughters.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
really
no,
is.
don't mention those.
The special case.
Yeah, no, you have no. It's
Okay.
we most likely won't see it right now. This series.
I wonder what Turbo is saying right now.
Probably not nonsense.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
nothing
Justin
useful.
is laughing, Garrett is smiling, and Turbo's just over there talking. So
Turbo can't even speak English. He's probably trying to speak Swedish with everyone now.
they're just like, "What are you saying, Turbo?"
I should be their translator up
Oh
there.
yeah.
Oh.
The solo plays from
Oh.
Garrett just unreal. One
So
on the
beautiful.
one on the ground, looking like Chaussette with this like aerial then ground domination.
And the hand packets.
Well, these are
The hand
hot.
No,
warmers.
those are blazing hot.
AJ's just been.
Yeah,
I was
throwing
about to
at
say,
people.
I
AJ has
know.
collected 7 of them.
He's just like ammunition. He's like firing them.
It's like a machine gun.
I just laid on one of the beanbags, and he's like, "Oh, Linus, do you want one?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I picked it, and it went through my hand. It's like burned. It melted. My hand
Just
just
a hole.
melted. Yeah,
So hot.
it was blazing out.
So 3-0 for NRG here. And just looking at these scores, Chaussette, no goals, 180 points. How does he get into these games? Because he's had 2 series now where he's been a little bit more quiet against NRG.
Yeah, he's playing like the same that you and me when you and me were watching
Yeah.
the game.
Is that NRG though doing something to counter Chaussette? Maybe like instantly challenging his solo play, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be Turbo because like there's a lot of EU players or like just EU teams that like literally Turbo is their kryptonite. Like Turbo is my kryptonite, for example. Like there's something with them that. Oh my!
And Farah just wished he had a little bit more Airbus fuel there. He would have been on that.
Oh, the
Just
Airbus.
ran out.
Well,
Did you see his 0-second goal, Johnny?
Yeah.
The Airbus.
Oh man, that was hype.
Phenomenal.
He just came flying in out of nowhere. He came like straight through a cloud.
Oh,
Nobody
he
saw it
knew where he
coming.
was coming.
Yeah.
He'd done all the directional inputs.
He got in touch with the air traffic control.
He turned on autopilot. for that one, I think.
Approved for landing.
All clear. Oh dear.
oh, what I say?
I'm kind of scared of mentioning the Airbus because last time he pelted me with gummy bears. So
I feel like slowly
I'm
he's
watching
getting more
my
annoyed.
step.
Isn't
Yeah.
he? Slowly he's getting more annoyed every time we mention it.
eventually he'll just change his name in game
but- yeah.
to. If he changes to Airbus, I think we won that, right?
Yeah, we 100% won
Maybe
that.
a topper, an Airbus topper.
That would be
a
beautiful.
double-decker plane on top of his car.
Maybe
Maybe
just
the
a
car
new,
in the game.
Yeah, I was going to
I just
say
wanna see
only
it.
he can use the car though. It's
That
just
needs to be a
specific.
partnership.
That would be beautiful.
Implement
Airbus partner with Psionics.
Oh,
I was going to
imagine.
ask, you did mention a lot that Turbo is everybody's kryptonite, or a lot of people's kryptonite. Do you think that's just because of his personality? They're just thinking they could see him grinning and they could hear him wheezing
I
while he's
honestly
just
think
scoring.
that's a big fact. He was like one of the first people to start that kind of like banter.
Trolly, yeah.
I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but like
Farah?
his play style.
Oh, Farah
Aye,
just
aye, aye.
backflip there.
He heard
Well, that's when he tries to do a fast takeoff. He doesn't have the ground speed yet, and he's had to pull out. He wasn't approved. He wasn't approved for takeoff. He's had to pull out.
How much do you think his car weighs actually?
Oh, a lot.
Way too much.
Are we implying that Ferris'
man.
controls are just that of an airline?
Oh!
with all the buttons, and he flips like 40 switches, and then it's like slowly taking off into the air.
He's like,
Flight simulator.
he's got a radar. He's just like driving
Dude,
around
and he
here
probably
with a
thinks we're like
minimap.
hyping up his goal right now. Meanwhile, we're talking about.
We're just talking smack. He probably turns like a tanker ship as well. Like, takes 5 minutes to turn to the left.
Well, Yummy has the fastest turner list. I wonder where Farah is on that list. If Gimmick's the fastest, where is Farah?
Man. Let's see. The funny thing is, Farah told us the other day that he keeps on looking back at all of his highlights from the day. It's always he's ready to see some,
Sorry,
hype
Farah.
casting because he scored some nice goals.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
always just
We're just rooting
always
it.
about the Airbus every time. We could definitely make a pretty good montage of Farah goals
yeah.
at this point.
There's
Oh,
no
wait.
worse insult than when Johnny says, when he aerials, it looks like he's going through a tornado.
Oh yeah, you said
Oh,
that.
the air-
It's like it's
Oh,
a
he went-
hurricane.
He went to the bump and
No
it
control.
I want to go side by side comparison. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
That'll be a video. Can we recreate Ferris aerial in the Rumble tornado?
Oh man. Well,
Anyway, back to the
tell
game.
you what,
guys.
Farah's assist right now is giving Frontline hope because they are all tied up here.
Oh, he would have
man,
had that 100%.
It's so hype.
Just give us the double touch. I am ready.
CG's dying. He's dying.
You're the one who cursed them from the beginning.
Oh, it's so good. It is Chaussette. The solo plays it back.
Maybe Chaussette's feeling it now.
Trying to pick it back up.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Lots of space there. Nobody challenging. And with the patience to wait.
Catch, though.
Chaussette's really good at those. Yeah.
What's that goal explosion? That's real cool. Is that one of the
It's the Ghostbusters.
Halloween? Oh, it's Ghostbusters.
It's literally
that's
me
it.
walking out of the net. No, I take this. No, you know, some people get items. That's my item right there.
Your in-game item?
Yeah, they just recorded me walking out from my room to the kitchen.
Farrah's new goal explosions in Airbus. Taken off.
Are you getting royalties here?
Unfortunately not, but it's fine.
Oh, man.
I'll give them that.
A Frontline actually fighting back here. It looked all good for NRG, and there was a misplay earlier by Farrah that had warning signs everywhere. But now, Frontline are back ahead. Everybody involved. 1 assist for Farrah, 1 goal for Fruity, another one for Chaussette. They're going to be turned right around. I mean, if there's any team who's going to be positive in the middle of adversity, I'd say it's Frontline. These guys are hard to shake up now.
You can never expect Frontline to not try and pull back a series no matter the results or the score so far.
Yeah, these guys never drop their heads.
Yeah.
You know, Yummy said that during the game as well. They just flat out until that, ball hits the ground on 0 seconds.
I feel like it's because they've been through it all. Like, they used to be so bad for getting reverse swept, and even then they weren't, going off on each other on Twitter or anything or causing any drama. Like, they've experienced the worst, and now they're just having a good run and enjoying their time with it.
Gary G, such a smart turn there. Didn't have full boost. Turns midfield, picks up the pads, and uses all of it with a perfect crash on net.
Great read.
2-2 now.
How much do Frontline really need to win this game? They had one great comeback against G2 earlier, but then NRG were much more comfortable against them.
And NRGs are monsters today. Trying to overcome, a big hole and a ladder against them later in the series is going to be a very difficult task right now.
If Frontline beats NRG now, there's a bracket reset, right?
Yeah. Like I heard Farrah talking about this before. He was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm already so tired because they had to go down into loser finals, win that, and now they're back up. Save.
There you go. Chaussette's feeling it right now.
I was about to say, if NRG win this game, I want to say they're not winning this match because it's one thing to come back from 2-0 down, but to also bracket reset and then do another best of 7.
But then again, like if they go behind here and they somehow win the series anyway, that's such momentum going into a potential bracket reset.
But it's also a really hungry NRG as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've seen Turbo in back in season 5. NRG won the first best of 7 in the bracket reset. He recomposed himself, and ended up winning. So I don't think they're going to be too tilted if they do drop this first best of 7.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think Frontline really need to win this match, or this game. Sorry.
And also the match. CJ.
Yeah, and the match.
You're not wrong.
That is helpful as well.
We might want to win that.
Oh, a little bit of hesitation.
Fair with a fake pre-jump. He steps ahead.
There it is.
There you go. No, Chaussette's feeling it right now.
What a better
and
way
a
to
lot
end
comes
it.
out of goal there to celebrate.
Yep.
Oh man!
Just look at it. Look at in all of this beauty. Look.
Here we go. There he is.
That's actually
on his way to the kitchen.
I love that.
That was your top speed as well. You were sprinting out of goal.
That's still faster than Farrah.
That's you going up the stairs behind us.
Yeah.
Two similar goals for Chaussette, the dribble machine himself.
This caused NRG problems at Valencia as well. Like, they didn't have a good way to stop his dribbles. Like, the thing that impressed me most is no one else in 3v3 can just effortlessly take someone else or take a player out of the game and then immediately have control of the ball. So it's not like there was an easy challenge for an NRG defender there, because Chaussette's like in control the entire time.
And right there, he is the pacemaker of the game. If he can control the ball right there, he can control all of the pace of this possession.
Let's see, this is it at the end. So just little tap, and then he's
Who
right
else?
back.
Who else? That is
so
juice.
clean.
Because if he hits that any heavier, Justin can turn on it.
Yeah.
He can just put in a 50-50, and then NRG are fine. But the touch is perfect. And it doesn't look like much, but to hit the ball so perfectly every time, first touch, whether it be to control the ball or to hit it into a position that he can utilize, it's always on point.
The way he cuts the ball around that first man, so he's still on the ball. If he could just flicks it, Justin has a free ball. So he just cuts it, keeps close to the ball, gets the goal.
Was that the first overtime that we've seen NRG lose?
It might be.
I don't know.
I think that was.
And not only that, he also had to dodge the demo. He was literally behind him.
He's just like surrounded by opponents, and he scores anyway.
Yeah.
And it didn't really look like NRG were the favorites in that situation. We see Chaussette here, we're thinking, yeah, he's probably in another 1v3 successfully.
Well, at least it's not going to be a sweep. Oh, that's exciting. I love a good series.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
Astute observation.
It was exciting. Yeah.
I'm excited.
You can also count.
I'm just happy to be here, really.
See, these are both really exciting teams to watch, and I mean, to cast as well.
Yeah.
Experience doing that, so I can
one
tell
way
you
or
that with
another.
confidence. Oh, they're just like, they're just fun teams to watch. There's lots of personality. There's a couple memes. You know.
Definitely.
And now with Turbo, it's just even more interesting. Another whole dynamic.
Oh, it's a good pass.
I was wondering if Garrett was going to stay there and just get all cuddly with Chaussette on the
Chaussette,
goal line. Well, they were very close together for a while.
Fruity keeping close to him, that's what you like to see. Especially in defense, when teams are keeping it close, you know that they're confident, they're comfortable. Because when teams are banging it away, expecting pressure, that's when they're getting a little bit nervous, a little bit agitated, a little bit panicky.
Chaussette.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh! Get out of town!
Chaussette.
Stop it!
You monster.
He actually didn't make a leak either.
My goodness.
You little beautiful man! Oh, the headbutt! The headbutt! Oh, goodness. He just face plants into the ground.
It's DreamHack Valencia all over again.
Oh, fruit is not that bad, but just no problem.
That is disgusting.
I think he's trying to just rub it in. He thinks this is the moment. If NRG are going to lose their cool, it's right now. Let's try and get them out of the zone.
I mean, we saw this in the DreamHack Grand Finals. Chaussette just showed up and went big. Is it just a Grand Final thing for Chaussette? He waits for these series and he just pops off.
Just saving his energy. You were talking about him last game, wasn't too outstanding, and then boom, comes right here.
And we saw this in the last series as well. A big goal in the first, minute and a half of Frontline a lot. We saw this, and they just hold on to those leads, don't they? They need that first goal. It's a bump play from Fruity. It's a solo play from Chaussette. They hold it out. They get the win.
Oh, Chaussette again. It's still not over.
That's a risky pass.
Chaussette's in the goal. Look at the positioning. He is always trying to go as far back in that goal so he can hit as many different angles on his saves as possible. Almost never unable to make a stop because he's too far forward. We've seen that from lots of players this tournament. Just impeccable read on the back wall. That's straight over his head. Like, I don't know if all of our viewers can appreciate how difficult that is. It's getting a training pack and try and do that. It is not easy.
And he knew he had time as well. That's why he waited. He didn't rush the first hit. He waited for it to hit the backboard. Great clear.
That's half the game gone now. So NRG suddenly, after starting so well, I mean, just like in DreamHack Valencia, they looked pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Chaussette just took over the entire series. It's happening again.
And this is the only thing that Frontline needed last series. They just didn't have any flair. They didn't have the solo plays or big bump plays. And now we're seeing it, and they're winning.
A Frontline with Chaussette being on fire, that's not a team that you ever want to play, ever.
I feel like every single player this weekend have said, I don't want to play Frontline because of Chaussette.
Yeah, no, it's like for a good reason as well.
To a net.
Farah. Clear for landing.
Just all the weight of the entire structure. Bam! Who cares about placement when you can hit the ball that hard?
I'm surprised that the goalie didn't get demoed from that shot, to be
Yeah.
honest.
The ball does.
Sorry, Farah.
Well, I love you, Farah, honestly. He's so lovely.
I'm telling you, dude. Chaussette, like
downfield. Look at the read from Fruity off the backboard as well.
Oh my days.
And also, how much do you think is getting into their head that about getting second place now?
Like that's the problem. Because they probably realize, okay, we're playing well. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're not really making that many mistakes. But what is happening?
Yeah.
Because they haven't really done anything worse or different from the previous game or the previous series. It's just now Chaussette is showing up.
How do you stop him? If you're in this game right now, how do you stop Chaussette from doing what he does best?
He's coming again. This is just unbelievable. The amount of space he's able to create. And I'm not going to say the amount of space NRG are giving it to him. It's Chaussette who's doing this to NRG.
He's creating his own space.
Especially with those little touches that we saw last game with the dribbles. Continuing to do so here.
Well done.
That's a good goal.
Really important that they get a goal now because this is getting desperate. They've got the chance now. Look at the pre-jump by Chaussette. He's actually pre-jumping that and getting close. He would have had a save. I'd just like to point out, if that was a shot on target, Chaussette would have had a save on it, which is crazy. And NRG one step ahead, putting it into the bar.
But that's not the energy you want, though. Like having like a specific person like Justin to score, like he gets confidence. He gets so much confidence from just scoring. So if they want someone to score, especially when they're down three goals, it's definitely
Justin. Yeah. Especially with Garrett already firing early and Turbo. I mean, nobody's really questioning Turbo's ability to perform in a grand final.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see the player comms right now from Chaussette. Like when he's popping off like this, is he animated? You know, is he excited?
I doubt it.
He's such a quiet.
I guarantee you, he's just sitting there. It's like nice.
Easy.
Nice.
He just scores the sickest goal of the entire tournament. Nice.
I actually feel like that's
I wasn't even saying that as a joke.
Yeah,
I was 100% serious.
That's why I'm laughing. It's accurate. I can see
a
it.
picture. That is probably how it is.
Nice.
Very nice.
I mean, maybe he's just excited to see a lot come out of the goal.
But that's a,
right?
that's a, I'm happy to see myself go out of the goal.
It's like, oh, this is my favorite part of the game.
Oh.
So we are going to see a 2-1 lead
stop it.
for Frontline.
Stop it. Could be a nice consolation goal.
Oh, not quite.
Frontline coming in hot with Chaussette leading the way.
Look at that at the end there.
Just
He's
a little
just
smile.
a little grin.
I'm the best player in this game. Thank you.
Thank you, Fennec.
Yami's like, man, Chaussette, you're killing it, man. Keep it up. And he's like, yeah, thank you. I know. It's all good. Like,
Nice.
Even Chaussette in that DMV skin.
This was
as well.
nuts.
That was
that bounce with the front of his car.
You don't see that.
You couldn't have done that any other way.
because if he lands on his nose there, he hits the ball
Look at this.
early.
Yeah. Oh.
Bang!
What a man. Great
The
pass from
whole
Freddie
map,
as
just the glass breaks as soon as he makes contact with the ball.
There's a crack in the TV in front of us.
I like to think that Farrah can hear us right now.
Yeah.
He's always grinning at the right time, but
Good
I don't think he
spirits.
can. I think he's just having a good laugh
That's
here.
why he's got that gamer stance, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chaussette in that DMV skit earlier, that when they asked what car he drives, he's like, yeah, original gold Fennec. I like it. That was it. Just, I like it. I just love him. He's awesome.
Oh, he's great.
So not too many smiles right now coming out from NRG.
Turbo with 118 points that game as well. No goals, no assists, and no saves. Are they going to be mucking around? Are they going to be making fun of that? Because we've heard before when Justin had low points, obviously Turbo, the spirits were up.
I don't know.
How about
I don't
when
know
they
if you
lose
do
like
that.
it?
Yeah.
I don't think you do that
lose
after
like
a
it.
loss, though.
No,
This might be the problem with NRG. They're all smiles and giggles. They get to the grand final. All of a sudden, they really want to win.
Yeah.
And, the fun goes out of it. And then they're probably overthinking
As
it.
soon as the pressure and somebody's on the line,
Yeah,
changes.
It's like what Cuck said earlier when he was chatting to us on the couch. He was saying that success is the most important thing for him, but success tends to happen when he's having fun.
Yeah.
So if he's in a situation where he's having fun, that's probably where he wants to be. And NRG are having great fun this weekend. They are really enjoying playing with Turbo Pulsar. But now that looked really serious. And I don't know if that's the best thing for them.
There you go, Turbo.
That was juicy.
Yeah, that was big juicy Turbo there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I like that he just used the underside of the car. He's not trying to think about it too hard.
Farrah tried to send the ball through the ceiling. It just went
I feel like
straight down.
every replay you're just staring at Farrah. you're like, where's Farrah?
I love it.
Well, what is he doing?
9 out of 10 times, Turbo misses those. But not
Really?
this time. Yeah.
That's grand final Turbo.
And it's, yeah, the 100%.
Really is.
Yeah, 100% is.
I mean, when I'm thinking back, NRG did come really close in Season 5 RLCS to beating Dignitas.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all, giggles and laughs
what I
when
was saying,
Garrett and
yeah.
Justin were in that series. They were absolutely out for blood.
Yeah.
And especially, you see some of the reactions to their goals. They were getting so hyped. So I'm not at all against, this route that NRG are taking. I think it might even be better practice, even if it doesn't work for them today. That's probably what they want to be doing in the long run. It's all good it's great, in fact, to be in a team with your
BTS
buddies.
environment
Yeah.
is completely different.
I was talking to Garrett before this final, and he was talking about we just see this as really good practice for for the next tournament, so Montreal.
Yes.
And obviously that, and obviously the environment itself, BTS, it's very chill and things like that. So it's probably easier to have fun.
But I feel like that's what makes it even that much better Rocket League. So a win here at this tournament is a huge statement.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on a minute.
Hold on a second.
Did he do it?
He hit this with both wings. Right and then left.
Look at that.
Wow.
He actually had permission to fly.
He had a long time in the air, didn't he? That was total time in air.
Yeah.
7 hours.
He had like a meal when he took off, another one on landing.
That was a Sydney to LA flight, that one.
They switched the lights off for 4 hours in the middle. Blankets all around.
We'll be serving breakfast shortly.
It shows the camera, and Ferris just has like a blanket and the little head pillow.
Is he flying first class or business?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
he's the pilot.
If he was leaning,
He's the pilot.
That is true.
oh man, Farah, what a guy.
Oh, I love it.
Who's his co-pilot though?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Is that Yummy
The
Cheese
baguette?
Man?
I think he flies himself. I was thinking about that actually. His second monitor at home as an open net.
Oh, hold on a second.
What has happened
Break
here?
in the NRG defense here.
Was this
Is that a
Turbo?
team pinch?
Oh, was this Turbo?
It is.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
just like passed it off, but nobody's
Oh.
back. Okay, so miscommunication. Looks like
Turbo went too far forward. right?
Turbo
that-
thought somebody was behind him,
Yeah.
but actually was just an open net. Maybe they were expecting that, to just be a continuation up the wall. Sometimes you see it's someone dribbling the ball to the sidewall. You think, well, they're going to go up the wall there. Suddenly, it's just a shot across the entire field.
And good vision for Chaussette to read that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, we talk about him dribbling all the time, but right there, great decision making not to try and control it, but instead just boom it into the net.
Yeah. I also feel like they got a little fake because you thought it was a team pinch, right?
Yeah,
They were pretty
well, that was
close to
actually
each
because
other.
I wasn't watching.
Because Fruity was moving across. Yeah.
That's actually because I looked away.
Yeah, to be fair, they were very close to each other, so I'm assuming that Turbo probably
Because
thought that
it
the
looked
other
like
guy.
Fruity was moving
Yeah,
like he into
yeah.
the wall, so that's
Yeah,
when I was
exactly,
moving to that side of the field. And then
He's ready to get up that wall, make an
Whoa!
interception. Probably thinks he has backup anyway,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
none of those things were true.
And Chaussette definitely boomed it as well.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
here we
open.
go.
There you go.
Nice demo.
So who got the demo here? Was that Justin?
It was
Or was that
Turbo.
Turbo? Okay.
Turbo, yeah.
Taking the roll.
Look at that.
Trying to disturb.
Oh,
He was
oh, that was
well.
a-
He was
no, those are
properly on the hunt
No,
there.
yeah.
That was full pitch
I
hunt.
think he gained some speed as well. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
if
those are-
implemented that already.
Those
the
are
jump
really
was
hard.
nice though, because
Uh-huh.
of course, while somebody's running a corner like that, you can catch up to them.
Yeah.
And if you've done your hypotenuse triangles in math, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
Sakatoa.
Yeah, can you imagine having Turbo's car like land on you like that? I would die as well.
Hang on.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a
what
minute.
just happened?
Wow.
This is the advantage of not being able to get airborne. He has stayed in the net. He's still in the net.
Every time he touches the ball, dude.
He could not recover. He's ended up in the net, and he's got a free goal. This guy is a freak.
What? What just happened there?
I literally for a second thought Farah was the NRG defense when the ball got hit in.
Then
but
you thought he owned goal?
Yeah, that his own goal.
Just popped it in his own net.
But there you go, Farah popping off as well. Great to see.
The Frontline are taking a huge charge right now in this series, especially in Game 4. If they take this win right now, setting a huge tone for the rest of the series and trying to get this bracket reset.
That's a bang.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's a good dunk. Wait, did he backflip?
Oh.
3-2 to Frontline.
I like how we all just
It's
moaning.
because we were so out
We're
of the
just
picture.
enjoying the
We
game.
were, like, we were under the ball with ball cam. We have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I just
We'd
heard
love to
someone
tell you,
backflip.
but we don't know.
Yeah.
It's great. We have 50 seconds left for NRG to try and come back. And should Frontline go ahead here? I mean, with how things are going, I don't see NRG winning the first series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They do not look like the NRG that we saw throughout today.
not at all.
Which is weird because recently it seems like whoever shows up on the last day wins on the last day of a tournament.
Yep.
And nobody can really stop them. They just breeze their way through.
Right.
Looking at Vitality at Worlds, looking at PSG at Valencia. But now NRG have hit a massive roadblock.
It has to be also the mind block, like
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, we might get second again after like a
Yeah, it was a
500
perfect
times.
example that after that last game, we didn't really see the fun from NRG. Even though they just lost, you'd expect still to see
In
some
other
good
series,
vibes.
we saw them
Yep.
laughing at
Even if they
us.
lost,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, true. Like in Valencia, they were behind. They're still having a good time,
Yeah.
Because I think they were completely pressure off the Firebenders last LAN.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Suddenly
it.
they've gone really serious because Deja Vu, Chaussette flipped the switch, and that completely turned things around. And it's not like Chaussette is the only one who's playing well here. Chaussette does something, and then all of Frontline are playing well. They're
it's all about confidence
another level.
I feel like Fair and Fruity are very like confidence based. And knowing 100%. That like the pop off potential of Chaussette that just like
takes the ease off of them.
Yeah,
because they know that they can focus on him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was speaking to Yummy Cheese, man. He said their biggest issue right now is nerves, and he said as soon as he gets them calm and collected throughout the series, much better team.
Yeah, for Yummy, he's actually been telling us all weekend he doesn't really do too much in the way of strategy for these guys. It is all mental.
I think it's because
Farah is what he's there for.
Farah is the strategy, but he needs someone to calm him down as well.
He needs a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Look
at that.
Look at that goal.
What a finish.
That is the pinnacle of Rocket League right there.
You couldn't have placed it any better.
No, bottom middle. I love it.
It's the same thing. This is basically the same faces that we saw from NRG.
No smiles.
For the last game.
There you go.
Looks like Turbo said something
They're winning
funny.
this game. They're winning this game. There it is.
That's what we want to see. Like, you just want to see them playing as loose as possible. That was their aim for this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
if it gets tense up here, then we can. I mean, we are honestly seeing a very different NRG.
What a series, though. Like, we thought NRG were just going to come in and breeze this. They've been playing so well. I mean, game 1, they smashed it. They even scored the first goal in game 2. We're thinking, yep, just as scripted. Then Chaussette happened.
And just based off stamina, Frontline, if they get a win here and secure this bracket reset, that'll be a 4-1 victory. So they have a lot of energy going into the next series if they get the bracket reset.
Literally what happened at RLCS Season 5.
Yeah.
But at the same time for NRG, there's no point getting upset over these losses now because they have that double chance. Yeah. You don't want to waste it, but at the same time, you know, you've got another best of 7 if you do drop it. So keep the spirits high. Garrett now
there you go.
Very
gets
nice.
the first goal.
It's a full team passing play, and the third man is committing for this. That's confidence from Garrett. You know, Farah could just be up quick and contesting that, but Garrett's just trusting himself to have the speed and the accuracy to make it work, and even shooting low underneath the pre-jump.
I think it was really awkward for Farah as well, considering Fruity already pre-jumped a little bit, and then obviously got a little bit, we're a little bit too far away, but yeah, that's a good goal though. And also I feel like this is the reason also why Frontline is dominating. Like in the other games where NRG are only they're basically passing Frontline, and that's how Frontline are the best, like at their best. Yeah. They just play into or NRG just plays into the hands of Frontline. Yeah. And that's like you cannot do that, especially when Chaussette's feeling it.
Yeah, they have to try and find a way to take turns challenging him. I'm really actually wondering what it would be like for NRG if instead of diving in and trying to shut down Chaussette with a first challenge, just fake that challenge. Just drive up, turn around. Yeah. And I mean, I think we had that strategy leaked by Dignitas before they played Frontline. Of course, they got 4-0'd, but I think it's
a little bit rough.
I think it's still valid. I don't know if that was the reason they lost.
I feel like it was Yummy who gave them that tip, to be honest.
Yeah. If you drive up and fake a challenge, then you can just turn around and still have pressure on the ball. Yeah. And if Chaussette is then forced to dribble someone else, he has to slow down in some way, and that's when you hit him from behind. I mean, that's what we see in EU 2v2 and ranked. You just drive up, fake a challenge, turn around, demo the guy.
Yeah.
We don't see that in threes, though.
I mean, it's possible to move that defensive line forward as well, to maybe aggress Chaussette earlier on before he gets any chance of controlling it.
Oh, hold on. That is just goal one. Yeah. Challenged by Turbo.
I was about to say Frontline are really getting some good pressure here with some boost steals, but you see Chaussette just go beside Fruity.
Fruity's touch was just too heavy. I mean, that's what happens when you don't hit the perfect first touch like we see from Chaussette. You leave yourself wide open to a challenge like that.
And I gave them at Valencia right after we lost against PSG or Frontline. I talked to Garrett a little bit and said that Chaussette 9 out of 10 times.
Chaussette again.
I mean, speaking of Chaussette, most of the time faked. Like when he's dribbling, he doesn't hit it past you most of the time.
Yeah.
He you should just rush the ball. Don't think about what he's gonna do. Just rush the ball.
Hit the ball. Yeah.
9 out of 10 times you will either go for 50-50, and that's way better than him getting it past you 100%.
Yeah, the fake is really scary.
Yeah,
I think it's all about just making any sort of contact with the ball as well whenever Chaussette has any sort of possession. If you can just hit it and just throw him a little bit off, it makes it so much easier for that second challenge coming in.
Yeah. It's extremely important.
It's really fascinating, though. Like, out of all the players right now that I hear being annoying to play against. People say Justin is annoying to play against because he's ball chasing. Gimmick's annoying to play against because he's ball chasing. Astro's annoying to play against because guess what? He's ball chasing too. Shellset annoying to play against. Why? Because he dribbles your whole team. He's unique.
Yeah.
No one else is playing like him. One goal lead for NRG here.
I think with the dribbling, it's really about the decision making as well.
And he's very good at decision making, let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
Half the server just died.
Half?
Oh, well,
6
sort of.
two.
You know.
Well, one thing Shellset will do more than anyone else I've seen is like just popping the ball into the sidewall.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like he just like, I don't know, he
Covers,
never, every single time.
Well, he'll just like to pass to himself. Like if you're solo and you want to dribble, why not use the wall as a teammate? That's what Shellset's trying to do. The wall is very reliable. It's always going to hit the ball the way you expect if you're the one setting up the rebound.
Almost.
And NRG, they would really love just one more goal. Get that 2-goal lead back. I don't know if it's going to happen. Shellset with the mind game.
Are you serious? What are you doing?
It's the same thing every single time.
That was dirty.
Go for the ball.
And the bump as well. Oh, that is the
precision.
Oh my goodness.
He is so good. Just go for the ball.
That was unreal.
But you're right though. If they just flip into the ball, the mind game's off the table.
Exactly.
The direct shot's off the table. And I think they were both in positions they could have flipped into the ball there.
I
they
can't believe he got that
game.
bump off.
Yeah,
the bump
that was insane.
Listen, by that time, whoever's in goal for NRG, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your teammates messed up.
Yeah.
They probably should have flipped into the ball.
That was Justin in goal,
Oh, Justin, man, what are you supposed to do? But that's just outrageous. A double mind game, followed by a little pop bump in the grand finals against NRG.
How does someone do this so consistently, time and time again? 3-man dribbles are so hard. He just keeps on going. That might be
fruity though.
It's just insane.
Still a chance for NRG, but all the momentum seems to be on the side of Frontline. It's actually a really good spot for Turbo, but he just can't release the ball fast enough. And the biggest issue there, I mean, you look at Turbo's dribbles compared to Shellset's. Where's the vision? He doesn't know where the defenders are. Shellset seems to always know where the challenges are coming from.
One of these teams could end it here, though. Pressure on for NRG.
Oh, that's
big.
really good.
There it
is. What just happened?
Just make sure. Interesting.
I mean, and you want to talk about morale. We were talking about with NRG and smiling and being happy. 2 mind games and then a bump play is brutal. Just one of those individually is hard on.
Like that's probably the most tilting things to happen. Also pretty tilting is getting your 2-goal lead smashed into nothing. They've been attacking since then, so they have chances.
A lot of bumps here.
Starting to stretch out for it though. This could just be Frontline on the counter-attack at any minute.
But so many people do these big plays and then they go missing. But said, last game big plays. This game, he's pulled him out of the game. Like he's so consistent. It's crazy.
Yeah, just when they need him the most. That's when he appears.
I wish we could hear the reaction of him when he got that.
Nice.
Nice. Maybe he told them, I'm just going to fake them all. It's good coverage by Frontline, and nobody panicking in the goal line there. Fruity just calls it early.
That's a good touch. Oh, of course, just sets there. Of course, just sets there.
Of course, he's cleared it the whole length of the pitch. Off a really awkward
and now they've got pressure.
There's a backboard read, and he just slings it
over the halfway line. Justin was sitting pretty conservatively, and it's still gone over his head. It's like Fruity's beaten here, so that's a counter-attack for NRG.
Space.
First touch just not quite there for Justin. Hold on. Here comes Farah. He's still going.
Oh, the dunk.
Why don't I just smile when Farah goes for something in the air? I just start smiling.
Anticipation.
Oh, man. You're just ready for something crazy to happen. It's like we've got both ends of the spectrum with Shellset and Farah on the same team. That's what I love casting Frontline. Literally anything could happen.
Lovely dunk from Fruity there.
It's those different roles.
Oh, that might be going.
Oh, Farah's coming in. Just planning a center ball.
Thanks, Johnny.
Just wanted to inform you in case anybody wasn't watching.
For those at home.
You absolutely want to start watching right there.
Oh, the fake.
Oh, my.
Pharaoh
just got bumped into that.
Brute forces that one.
I think he rescued Chaussette, though, to be honest, who was looking a bit dodgy with the pre-jump.
Yeah, Chaussette was not going to get that good touch there.
Fair with the momentum. He's just thinking, well, I know you got this, but I've got it better.
Turbo with space now. Instantly shut down by Fruity.
So another overtime. NRG have been crushing them for most of the tournament, but the only one so far this series was a loss for them. It was a Chaussette dribble that ended that one.
And Turbo is now on, I believe that was his first overtime loss this series. So he's here again in the same position. Now trying to reverse what was a 6 or 7 overtime win streak.
6 overtimes yesterday. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a bump.
Nice bump by Fruity. Well into this overtime now. We've had plenty of long overtimes.
I thought that was in.
Seriously?
I was a little
what
bit
are you watching? How big do you think the goal is?
Oh, I thought
I was watching the fly kick.
It's on the midfield. Oh, it's in. That's a goal.
No, really? You should definitely just never make any end-of-game predictions again.
This could be dangerous.
Decent. Follow-up is absolutely necessary there, though. Well played by
3.5 minutes now.
Oh,
it's over.
Still.
What a
Farah.
Farah's just going to walk this one out as well, and that's only
out.
2 people in defense for NRG. They're both barely moving. Looks like the back post spawn is going to be helpful, though.
But both teams right now unable to really sustain too much pressure. We're seeing, 10, 20 seconds straight out. Like right now.
My
he's let that hit the corner!
Chaussette the madman.
That is confidence in overtime to do that.
It's what we call in Sweden goalkeeper's eye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He knows.
He just knows.
He knows. Oh, it's fine. It's just hitting the inside of the post, guys.
Yeah.
Relax.
And I'm going to go for
calm
boosters.
down.
You guys
Don't
take
worry
it.
about it.
Of course, Chaussette again.
NRG are going to be frustrated.
Yep. And now Chaussette's downfield somewhere.
Smart choice from Turbo to throw that in the corner.
Yeah,
Look at that
really
banger of a clear.
Both teams really good at intercepting their passes right now. Ooh, interesting.
It's all about keep away. They're trying not to allow the other team good chances. That's why this overtime continues to go on. Both teams playing very safe.
Like this overtime is so much different to the actual game itself, like before the overtime, because like now NRG is actually not playing into Frontline's hand as much as they did in the previous game. That's basically why they threw that 2-goal lead there.
Yeah. Double game here. Just a reminder, bracket reset is going to happen if Frontline score next.
It's weird too because NRG, they won 6 overtimes yesterday, but I'm still feeling confident in Frontline.
They look dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, they look really dangerous.
Especially with Chaussette.
Yeah, it is just Chaussette. Every time he's near the ball, NRG are in a massive panic. It's like so clear to see the problems that Chaussette is causing just by his presence alone.
Yeah.
Double whiff.
Oh, hold on.
Frontline.
Defensively, Frontline have had a couple of weird plays in this overtime.
Oh, it's not a good clear either.
They've been on defense for a while now.
And this is going to be a huge victory if NRG wins, actually, because this overtime is already at 6 minutes. Yeah.
So much time and effort's been invested in this game.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm sure everybody back home would love to see a bracket reset.
Yeah.
But NRG are definitely not on that.
I just want to see more of Chaussette right now. It's just
I want to see more of Farah.
Don't we all?
Yeah, don't we all?
I mean, NRG are trying to break that curse right now.
Or double commit again from Frontline, getting a little bit nervous.
It's not that hard, just win.
Just to win. Chaussette's alone at the back.
But you feel safe, don't you?
Oh, no, you don't. You know, for once.
This is what I'm talking about. They just have to challenge him early. Like, don't ever give him space.
Chaussette let his vision go there. He actually didn't have a good idea of when the challenge was coming in, what angle it was coming in from.
Exactly.
He also let the ball go on his right-hand side.
And you want to keep it to the corner.
Yeah, like he wants to get his car between the ball and the goal.
Oh, and he's... What is this? What is this play? Oh.
So it looks like
the signal. Oh, and the two, they're drinking at the same time.
I'm almost certain I saw Garrett mouth up my nose. So maybe something went up his nose, like Monster. Did he laugh?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Did he laugh and then he got Monster in his nose? That's
surprised you read that, Johnny. I had
I'm
absolutely no. I thought it was pointing to the sky or something.
He's so
I'm probably way wrong.
You joke.
You enjoying your joke there? You're
I
proud
had
of yourself.
It had to be done. Let's be real. Someone in chat already said it.
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Look at that.
What
that
a
was
goal.
That was a great goal.
That was one of the best goals we've seen.
That's
this
probably
entire
the goal of
tournament.
the tournament.
Yeah, that was
probably
incredible.
Careless though by Chaussette at the end there. Unlike him to just completely drop the ball on the wrong side of his car and not even check to see if there's a challenge.
I do like the confidence dribbling. You know, he was last and he's still confident enough to try and 1v3.
Yeah, he usually doesn't dribble.
It just wasn't the best situation to try and go the inside.
Yeah, he probably didn't plan to dribble in like that, but decided, well, this is how this is how the ball's landing, so we'll go for it.
Should have been looking for somewhat of a 50-50, any kind of a form of stall, but I think he was trying to outbeat the opponent.
He's so confident. He's just already thinking, I'm just going to dribble these guys. He's going to take it down, flick it past one. And I mean, if he does catch the ball on the left side of his car there, he can dodge left and land super fast on that sidewall because he doesn't even have to go all the way around. He doesn't have to land on the ground again. He'll just land
on
like faster on the wall, and then he can make a play on whoever's coming in next. So that's probably what he's thinking, but even Chaussette makes mistakes.
I also feel like he's so used to NRG giving him so much time, so he probably thought, because I really doubt that he saw Justin again. I don't think Justin he saw that Justin was coming.
Yeah.
So, and that's basically what they need to do to win. They just need to make sure that Chaussette never has control of the ball ever.
Great catch there from Turbo as well in the corner, doing a lot of Chaussette's work, dribbling it up the corner, flinging it across the net. Solid team play, and NRG slowly crawling their way back into the series.
Oh! He got bumped into this.
Yeah, it's like nowhere for
Did
him
he get a
priorities right, priorities left?
Did he boost at all?
Poor Garrett. Justin's like, nah, dude, I got this.
Yeah, Garrett's just like, me.
We saw Chaussette's angle there, and he just had Garrett on one side and on the other. He's like, where do I flick these?
Where do I put the ball?
He just says, nice.
Not nice.
Oops. Even if he gets scored on. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Good goal.
What is nice in French?
Nope, I'm not.
Oui.
Oui.
That's all I know.
Ball. Is it not? Could be. Maybe that's good.
Oh.
It's like bon. Ball. I don't know how to say it.
I don't know.
B-O-N.
I have no clue.
Fruity was
I
probably
can barely speak English. So.
Fruity's probably been the most quiet, particularly that last game for Frontline.
Yeah.
So we really need to see some bump plays, demo plays coming out, and an early goal could help his confidence.
Yeah.
Well, Fruity actually did really well earlier on today. In their first match they played against G2. I would have said he was probably the carry. Like, Chaussette took a while to get going today, but Fruity was all over G2 as they came back 3-1 down to win that series.
We heard him talking as well. He said he was just today, he was really feeling on
good.
point. Yeah, everything about it. His play, confident. Hopefully looking to see more of that here in this grand final. Again, Frontline trying to set the bracket reset.
Oh!
Chaussette with the save off the bar.
Oh, okay, that was
Justin
open.
Still?
Again.
Farah this time. Just a one-goal game. I mean, NRG are having such a hard time closing out games. Just like the last one, they were 2-0 up, and then Frontline come back.
Yep.
We got a feeling that Frontline are only going to score again before this game's over. Here comes Chaussette.
Oh, dunk it.
Oh. He got so high above that ball.
They might have got away from him a little bit. Chaussette kind of calmed down for now. Decided to save some of his power for later.
I definitely think that
Turbo.
Wow.
There you go. Perfect.
That's really impressive. I mean, he's just
Did he mess up Chaussette there?
Oh,
there it is.
Soloed both of them.
Yeah.
So a mix of this goal and also the goal he conceded with that dribbling out. I feel like that's going to definitely be a warning to Chaussette with 100%. These dribbles he's trying to come out with.
He just Chaussette.
Yeah.
You know?
I know Justin likes to do that as well with his dribbles. He just likes to get alongside the ball and start wiggling. See how many people he can get to drive past it.
Oh.
Wow, that's awkward.
Yeah, Justin wanted to touch on the ball there, of course, before the reset.
Oh, that's bang.
NRG are really playing with fire here. They need to be careful.
Farah.
Not really sure what he's doing, but
that was sick.
He's just going to air dribble the ball into the ground. See if he can burst it. Or half the game gone, and NRG looking good for now.
Oh, with
Chaussette seems to have quietened down, and NRG have began to actually score their chances.
Yeah.
Fruity has boost here.
they're retaking control, that's for sure.
Or infield. Interesting.
All the follow.
Yep.
All these bump plays,
On
man.
to Justin's head as well.
Great calculated play there by
Maybe
Garrett.
NRG have been saving these strats.
Straight off the training ground.
Yeah, they're just out there sweating bullets, and then they just come out swinging.
Did he do that earlier on when he was playing ranked with you and Cox?
Garrett?
Yeah, that
Yes.
little play.
He definitely
He was
was.
just bobbling down the line with the ball. This gets interesting now. So what happens if this goes to Game 7? I mean, we were all saying we don't see NRG coming back from 3-1 down and taking it. But now they're starting to make a real case for that. I mean, what's the biggest changes for you? You said that they were, ball chasing on Justin or Chaussette's dribbling a little bit. Has there been anything else you've noticed that NRG have been able to do?
Honestly, it feels like Justin feels more free. I don't know. Before he was a little bit he went for it and then he didn't go for it for another minute or so. But now it actually feels like close. Now it actually feels like he actually continues to go, because that's how Turbo. Because I've been talking very much. I feel like me and Turbo were in the same situation where we talked about this about Justin and Speed. Both of those players are very much we want you to go for the ball. Go for the ball as much as you can, because that's how we're going to win.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just pressure them as much as you can. And then you have Garrett, one of the best shooters in the game, and then you have Cooks here, also one of the best shooters in the game. And then you have obviously Turbo, and then oh my!
Well done, Chaussette. Keep this alive.
Still think that was a great save. I believe that was Turbo. Barely managed to get under it.
Oh, yeah. He's very unlucky that it hit.
A little bit unfortunate that it bounced like that. Yeah, like you said.
Could have bounced out.
Could have gone many different ways. That would have been fine.
Now, Garrett did say, you're talking about Speed and Justin being those players that you want to be aggressive, create these mistakes and force it. Garrett said that if that player, for you it would be Speed, if he's not communicating well and not saying what he's doing, then both teams are going to be confused.
Exactly.
Because obviously nobody expects Justin to do these things he's doing. Is it the same situation for you and Speed? If he doesn't calm what he's doing, you get confused.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good thing about Speed, though, because he constantly talks. He has extremely good comms, and that's what I need in a team as well.
And you never run into that problem with him.
Yeah, exactly. And I have extremely good comms as well, so we fit very well together. And then obviously Justin, I'm not quite sure. I think in tournaments his comms is pretty good. I don't know about anything else, but in tournaments that's when it matters. So I feel and also with Turbo, I'm not really sure how good his comms are, but I feel like Turbo, when he's comfortable, he talks an extreme amount, and I feel like he's extremely comfortable playing with Garrett, and obviously he wants Justin to just keep hammering the ball. So I'm pretty sure their comms are really good.
So we got Game 7 now, and what better way for NRG to overcome the land curse than winning in Game 7?
Yeah.
And that L you see next to Frontline on the screen is because they come from the lower bracket. So if they do get the win in this Game 7, we'll have a bracket reset, and that will just be a fresh best of 7 for the championship. NRG can take it all right now. They don't want to go through an entire best of 7. They'd rather just win that one game.
A lot of highlight goals as well. The bump play especially. Sheesh, that was beautiful. But Turbo,
so
very nice.
I think that really secured the deal. Even though there was 3 minutes left, that goal from them must have boosted their confidence levels.
Yeah, 100%.
Hand warmers.
Yeah. I wonder how hot it is.
Every time I see them lose, I feel like they always whip out the hand warmers. I don't know if that's me just noticing that now, but I want to see if that's a current trend. If they can reset the bracket, will they pull out the hand warmers for a loss? That's how they recoup and regenerate.
We could ask AJ if he has more. Is he probably
don't ask AJ. He's just gonna
it's
start.
already a guaranteed yes.
He's
He'll have ammo packs of those things.
He'll just get attacked by hand warmers. They're going to be flying in over
He'll be sitting on
the
a
partition.
mountain of them outside. I reckon.
He's making an additional beanbag.
Hand warmer
a really
bazooka.
warm beanbag.
Yeah. The whole thing is just a beanbag of hand warmers.
Well, let's get into Game 7 for the first series. NRG can take it all right now. Frontline trying to reset that bracket.
I actually didn't think it was going to be a Game 7. I thought NRG was going to win.
I didn't either.
4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 is a very fair prediction.
Yeah. But obviously Chaussette coming in here.
Oh, man, yeah.
It's been a fantastic series so far as well as Farah comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, Chaussette, that last game was definitely more quiet than the whole series we've seen. That was probably his quietest game. So to see him come back, see if maybe it was that mistake that we saw to give NRG still a chance to come back in this Game 7. Maybe he's over it, and now his confidence level will go back up. We'll see more of those dribble plays.
Maybe Chaussette needs to recharge. You know, he was only at 50% in that last game. He said, let's just leave this one, get into Game 7, full charge, ready to go.
Was he using a hand warmer?
Yes. We couldn't see. Was he
actually?
actually?
No, I don't think so.
It's behind the monitor.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I couldn't get visual and
where's AJ?
There.
Wow.
Get him up there.
AJ.
He's got enough hand warmers to warm.
Just opens the door and just starts firing them.
Oh dear, Chaussette with a whiff. Look at that. NRG really not expecting that.
Oh, that's dangerous. What a shot.
Fruity was in the worst spot there.
Fruity
What can he do? What can he do?
14 boost.
Yeah, look at just
Oh, Garrett.
Gotta be a good flick.
Really nice from Fruity to save his second flip there. Didn't panic, didn't flip early.
Yeah, he could have just double jumped or anything, just trying to.
Because Garrett tried to put it behind him there, expecting him to flip forward. But
assume the best shot.
Really nice.
Yeah,
is this open?
That's just such a good
Oh, wow, an uncontested aerial.
Where did Justin come
in front
from?
of the net.
Seemed like a miscommunication. He thought Farah might have gone up.
So fast.
He was not cleared for takeoff there.
Looks like he may not have been aware that Justin was even in that position, because if he had ball cam on and it's straight over his head, and nobody calls Justin's up, he'd have just caught them off guard. But really well done by NRG. That pass was perfect.
Definitely
Justin could reach it, and it was like an almost impossible shot to save.
Yeah, from that position where Frontline were, and obviously like how speedy Justin was there, there was extremely little chance that they were going to save it.
And I'd love to see his stats, but I don't really think Frontline have had many victories coming from behind. We always see, as we said earlier a lot, they get that early goal, they get that early 2 goals, and then they hold that lead.
They will hold that
coming from behind, this isn't a good situation for NRG. Oh, for Frontline, sorry.
We've got just about half a game to go, and they do absolutely need a goal, or else they're going to be losing this one, coming second place after winning the last major. Swapping places with NRG, who they beat in Valencia.
And we're seeing a rematch right now. No more Fireburner. NRG, with what we're questioning to be the upgrade of Fireburner right now, a win here could prove that.
I think everyone's looking to Chaussette for something special.
You got to say well played, Turbo, there, because that's the sort of spot that Chaussette's been scoring with, like not just this series but all weekend long.
Can NRG lock it down? 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes until the curse is lifted.
Oh, wow. What? Chaussette nearly caught Farah mid-air with the pass back.
And CJ, that's true. This has got to be so huge for Garrett and Justin. I can only imagine what they're thinking. Do they have that thought in the back of their head? Are they thinking, you know, am I just going to come second place again? Or can I change the outcome right here, right now?
I mean, this is answering the only question that anyone has about NRG, and that's, can they win a championship?
Oh! It's out!
Wow.
Oh, that could have been in there. Just bounces off
Such an important goal. Adding a safety net to this NRG offense, but Justin does not hit it off the post.
NRG are looking so fast right now as a whiff coming out from Farah.
Yeah, Justin especially.
Chaussette's trying to side by Farah.
Oh! Turbo with the dunk again.
It's the second time he's done this.
Yeah.
This time, look who he gets it on.
Chaussette. A lot you said, just challenge instantly. It's happened twice now, 2 goals from it.
Yeah. And Fruity trusting as well, going for the boost instead of trying to think Chaussette might get challenged early on.
And I'm loving the angle of that challenge because Turbo puts himself opposite Chaussette. So even if Chaussette does flick the ball, he's got a very good chance of hitting it.
And Frontline looking very antsy now. We've seen Farah multiple times just flying around for no in particular reason.
Comes Chaussette again, though.
But he needs
to
create
something.
Chaussette is back. He was gone for a while, but 59 seconds left. He makes the play.
I don't know if it was miscommunication there, but I don't know. Turbo should have definitely challenged.
They just he had too much time. I mean, we were saying earlier, Turbo did a great job shutting him down before he gets that set up. This time, not so much.
Nope.
59 seconds for Frontline. They need one more goal or else they are going to be losing this championship. NRG will take their first one as a brand new roster.
And it's so good that Frontline have that, that solo playability in Chaussette, but they need other avenues to score as well. They need those bump plays to come out because they can't just rely on Chaussette to, 1v3, 1v2 every single time.
Yeah, and he's going for it. There's another dribble getting started up.
The NRG are playing right now like a veteran team. Synergy that seems to have been built for so long, but this is their first LAN appearance right now with this new roster.
Time's running out. It's just 25 seconds now for Frontline. The shot is really not close by the looks of things.
Yeah, not only is this their first LAN, but whenever they're actually scrimming, they were actually scrimming with the Turbo having over 120 ping.
Yeah.
So he is not going to play anywhere near good or how he usually plays.
It's 5 seconds. Now or never for Frontline.
Come on, Farrah.
They just need one chance.
Oh.
Looks like Turbo's going to kill it. Not going to give it to them.
That's it.
That's the championship. NRG can win a major.
Look at Turbo. Yeah, well, the slap on the belly there from Garrett to Turbo there. Very deserved.
It's so good to see for NRG.
Wow.
Finally, they get that LAN win, the curse, the second place curse. Turbo comes in, and it's been lifted.
They had to work for that, and that is even better for them, I feel. Because if they would just breeze through this, they wouldn't have been tested. They wouldn't really have faced any adversity, but they were 3-1 down.
And we even mentioned it, it seemed like it was such an easy reset there at that point, 3-1. We all assumed Frontline was going to take it, but NRG fight back.
I got to say, though, Frontline, what a performance from them. I mean, for Chaussette to continue at this level, I mean, how long can he keep this up? It's just unbelievable. Nobody's really figured out how to deal with them. And there's been months now where he's been just dominating top teams.
But was there a realization for NRG? It seemed like they started finally challenging, like you said, a lot. Turning in that midfield, cutting him off, and securing this curse lift for NRG.
Yeah, I mean, Frontline, they won the last tournament, and they made the grand finals again in the very next tournament. And that is huge. In today's Rocket League, there's so many inconsistent teams. But to back it up here, they may have not got the win, but, well done.
Yeah, really well played. Frontline making a great case for themselves as the best team in Europe at the moment. I mean, these guys, these are the two teams who made the grand finals of the last two majors. Is there really any discussion that this is the best team in Europe at the moment versus the best North American team? I mean, possibly with Turbo, are they the best team in the world? I mean, it remains to be seen whether they can be consistent, but everybody's pretty scared of them.
And what a performance throughout. I mean, even earlier today over Cloud9. Just a dominant performance, so strong all day. NRG.
That was probably the scariest result all day.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the European fans are going to claim this just because they got Turbo. A little taste of EU.
They got 2/3 though. Come on.
Yeah.
But this is the magic of Turbo. It doesn't matter what he does. He's always going to be
Is there a way for OCE to claim this win?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No,
I just needed Yummy Cheese Man as coach of the wrong team.
Yeah.
And it also sucks. I'm always going to be the second best Swedish player, unless Grocken makes a comeback.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll be third.
Where's the confidence, man? And AJ,
man.
AJ, you have an ammo pack of hand
so
warmers.
hot.
Where did you get all these?
It is so warm.
Did you just steal them from everybody?
He's just holding.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any feeling in his hands anymore. They just melted away.
I don't know where NRG are right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they are coming down. So we're going to talk to the full roster. I believe CJ and a lot are going to sub out for two of them. But first of all,
here they are.
Put your hands together for the champions of BTS Rocket League. Garrett, Justin, come to the front.
One of you stay at the mic. One of you.
Oh, Turbo, stay at the microphone. No, somebody give this man a stool. Somebody get him a stool.
I really got to use the bathroom.
There we go.
The whole time.
Yeah, right, don't worry. We'll keep this quick. We just want to get your guys' thoughts first of all. So Garrett and Justin, it's been a long time coming. There's never been any doubt that you guys are of the caliber of player to win a major, but now you've finally done it together. How does it feel?
I mean, give me a high five. I know. I've always just felt Justin deserved it more than anything. Obviously, I wanted to win too, but I'm just happy for him because he carries us through a lot of stuff. So I figured he deserves a win.
And Justin, what are your thoughts, Justin? Real quick.
Feels good to not get second place.
Yeah.
Feels really good.
Probably good feeling.
Feels really good.
I mean, what was the shift? You had such a drought in that series. It looked like Frontline was going to take it, and then all of a sudden, you guys started fighting back again. Was there a big shift? Was there anything in comms? Was Turbo being goofy again? What was it that changed everything?
No, I mean, we were getting destroyed by Chaussette.
Yeah, we were getting
obviously.
sauced up. It was bad.
So we just kept talking. I don't know. We just kind of learned how to bait it out at the end.
Yeah, we just talked out like how to
counter.
On the mic.
How to shut down Chaussette's dribble.
Yeah, you seem to challenge so much more and win. There was like 3 or 4 goals where you turned earlier and contested.
I mean, like Chaussette, he's the man of the offense. Like he does that offense so well. And like we learned after they won 3 games, we were like, we learned how to counter that, and it showed.
The Turbo, how is it for you joining this team? A lot of people think a super team because it's the first time that a European player has gone to America and joined up with one of the already RLCS rosters. Everybody's talking about you because you're the new guy. But what about Justin and Garrett? I mean, are you looking at this as a team that can dominate now that you've come together?
I don't think we can really dominate. Like,
of course we can.
I'm just being humble.
No.
We can like be good, like dominate. I don't know if it's like it's gonna be hard nowadays to like be 7-0 in RCS and like that. So obviously we're really good team. We beat Frontline, the latest tournament winner. So I mean, it looks good. Hopefully the honeymoon is just not a phase. It's going to be a permanent honeymoon.
I mean, online it was non-existent, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you played Turbo. You've been practicing with ping, high ping this whole time with NRG. How much of a difference was it to come in here and have 0 ping and play on this LAN?
I mean, I still complain about lag.
Yeah, you don't have the excuse anymore.
Like, I mean, it's awful playing with 120 ping. You have to adapt, like react in like a second before anything happens. Yeah. I mean, it's just a completely different vibe.
Refreshing.
Playing at the LAN with 0 ping with the boys like right next to me and playing online in Sweden at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and you gotta think that Fireburner's at home crying tears of joy, seeing the curse.
Oh,
he was telling me like, what if you win Summit, like your first event? I was like, dude.
Don't put that pressure.
Yeah.
So obviously, Turbo, you've had a lot of wins, and your drive has stayed there. You're always looking for more. But Garrett and Justin, you now experienced this. So you've got your W, but are you still eager for more? You're gonna go and try and win DreamHack Montreal as well?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, why not?
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, obviously the big one is like
RLCS
the Holy Grail,
night.
But. I'm just happy to get this one right now, and then I guess we'll focus on the rest later.
Yeah, we're enjoying to seeing plenty more from you guys. Congratulations once again. But we're going to leave the interview that because we need to let you guys receive your trophy.
Oh, I thought you were saying we're going to play Mafia. I've been looking forward to that.
We're going to play Mafia 2 later on, right after this. But first of all, head right over there, all 3 of you, and receive your trophy. Congratulations once again to NRG. Justin, Garrett G, and Turbo Pulsar, BTS Rocket League champions. And there is the glorious trophy. Wow. So we've had a lot of fun this weekend. We've had a lot to talk about. And there is, of course, the main story of the event. Turbo, Justin, and Garrett get the win in their first LAN. That's huge.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about, or Turbo was talking about the honeymoon phase. He hope it lasts permanently.
Yeah.
But, it's this team, Johnny, that was a great question. Can they be dominant? It seems like they've got all the pieces. Like, you look at how good Garrett and Justin are and the experience from Turbo Pulsar and winning multiple world championships. This is something we're going to just have to wait and see about. Man, it seems promising. As an NA fan, guys, we're trying to do a show here. You're eating pizza.
I thought we're finished.
Does it look like we're finished?
They raised the duck.
Oh, hey.
We're back. That's the official. Okay, all right, whatever, man. How was the pizza?
That was good. Normally, I'm more of a plain kind of guy, but that was nice.
Nice. Well, anything else you'd like to contribute?
I don't know.
They raised the duck.
They raised the duck.
They raised the duck. I don't know. It's just been a fantastic event overall. I mean, we've still got Mafia, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. If you did not catch the Mafia segment yesterday, don't worry. The rules are very simple, and a lot of the players are going to get involved. We're going to rope them all in, and it's a ton of fun. I mean, I don't think we anticipated how fun it was going to be.
Yeah, no,
it was unbelievable.
After day one, it was like a 13-hour broadcast. We were like, oh, this Mafia thing?
Man,
all right, I guess
we're also tired.
We'll stick around for it.
We're
and then
keen, but not, we're tired too, but oh man.
Yeah, and then when we played it, we're like, this is amazing. And then yesterday, Garrett, I'm not surprised Garrett's a champ. Did you see the vigilante shot that he took?
Goodness.
That's how you become a winner.
Clutch.
But props to the players as well, like getting involved in the skits, and James running some of the skits as well. Obviously, the Beyond the Sun production crew doing all the skits. It's just another way for the players to interact and show their personalities.
Well, do you remember when I said that this was going to be the most legendary Rocket League broadcast at the beginning of the show?
I didn't believe
I think it's time to say that I was right.
You are right.
This was
everything about it was perfect. Seeing people in the background, how we converse, just the community in general. Being so on camera and just showing off personalities.
CJ coming from the bottom of the world,
to
be here.
Probably the longest flight.
even the very bottom of Australia as well.
Yeah. I'm not even connected.
To Tasmania.
An extra flight.
Yeah.
So this has just been so special, and we get to close it out with Mafia.
With the Mafia.
All right. Well, we're gonna do one of these nice little cards, and then we are gonna go to break and be back with Mafia. Thank you to our sponsors, Monster, for keeping us energized, Sennheiser, the official audio partner of BTS, and MSI, the official monitor partner of Rocket League Summit. We're going to go to a break, but when we come back, it is Mafia. Do not go anywhere.